lot of people tend to use the low back instead of their hips and a lot of their movements. So today we're gonna work on that. How to actually transfer force through the low back rather than cranking the low back and creating more compression into the low back, really trying to transfer force using 360 degrees of the core rather than cranking and using the 30 degrees of the core right here along the spine. So what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna have Wyatt just go ahead, take a nice easy breath into the nose, and I want you to feel like you're expanding up into my fingers. So breathe into my fingers, there you go. Now you can see how he's actually getting support from underneath the spine. There you go, as you breathe out, don't let my fingers drop. Very good. So this is exactly the position I want to see him keep as we go into rocking forward and rocking back. So now we're going to go ahead and just go into creating hip extension by rocking forward. Don't let my fingers drop. Keep that support of the spine and rock back. Let's go ahead and take your hands a little bit further forward. Good. Rock forward. Don't collapse into my hands. There you go. So this is really opening up of the front side of the hip here. Open up as you come forward, open up as you come forward. Very good. And then as you go to sit back, I want you to feel like you're pinching my finger. Good, so the movement's happening. There you go, perfect, right there. And to the hip. If he goes any further than that, there's no way for him to not use low back. He's at his end range motion in his hip. So now come forward, open up where my finger's at, open up where my finger's at. Good, pause right there. Give me a couple breaths. So this is a perfect exercise for learning how to actually create movement with the hip without overutilizing the low back. You should really feel the effort more along the rest of the core, from the ribs all the way down to the pelvis, and then the movement, come on back here, is really closing down of the hip. You should feel lengthening on the back side of the hip, and then coming forward, opening up through that front side of the hip. So this is the basis for really all of our bending, lifting type of movements that we need to be doing as we progress through rehab and start getting involved with our typical daily living activities.